Alrighty, guys, looks like we're live here. Just wanted to hop on live because we got a bunch of games here starting early today. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. Just want to welcome you to the video here today for Saturday, December 17th, 2022. And if you find yourself enjoying this video here today, please feel free to give it a thumbs up by smashing that like button. I'll tell you what, there's power in the thumb. And if you haven't done so already, please feel free to hit that subscribe button as well. I'd love to connect with you on a daily basis. And for those who don't already know, my name is Brock Page, and I do sports picks for free right here on YouTube. And if you want to see which one of these free picks on my channel that I'm actually betting on personally, you may want to think about signing up for my board member package on my website. Board members get access to every single bet, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days if you sign up here today. And that means you're going to get full access to my board member package, college basketball package, NBA membership, college football membership, NFL package, crowd pleaser teaser package, underdog membership, daily poll access, extra daily bet, and daily best play. That's all included with your purchase of the board member package. Now, I currently have over 560 members who are signed up and active on that site right now. And let's go ahead and dive into some free content. Guys, I went live here, so whenever this stream is done, I'll throw all the picks and all that information you guys like in the description section. I can't do it right now because I'm live, but as soon as the stream's over, I'll try to knock this out quick. As soon as the stream is over, I'll go ahead and do that for you. But anyway, let's go ahead and start off in the NFL. I'm talking about the Colts at the Vikings, 1 o'clock Eastern start time, little Saturday NFL action for you. Minnesota's -3, totals 47. And even though the Vikes haven't been stellar on D, actually, you know what? Let me do my quick pick recap right now, and then I can handicap the games. College basketball, I'll include those quick picks just in like that community section in a little bit because there's like a million games. But let's go ahead and do NFL, college football, NBA, and NHL. And then you guys can just go ahead and be on your way. Anyway, in the NFL, I like Minnesota -3 over 47. Baltimore +3 over 38.5. Now, I can't give you a free pick in the Miami-Buffalo game. That game's being featured as one of my NFL tier package bets here today. Now, as far as college football is concerned, I like Louisville -2 under 38.5. Oregon State -8 under 53. I have no free pick available for the Washington State Fresno State game. I like Rice. The Rice Southern Miss game, I have no free pick available on YouTube for that one as well. Give me SMU -3 under 65. Boise State -10 under 59.5. And as far as the NBA is concerned, I like the Clippers -6.5 under 221 and a hook. San Antonio +8 over 222.5. Cleveland -4 under 216. Oklahoma City +9 over 232.5. Portland -4 under 227. Milwaukee -5 under 230. New Orleans Pelicans +4 over 227.5. And in the NHL, I like Boston -1.5 over 6 and a hook. Detroit +$1 under 6. Edmonton -1.5 over 6.5 goals. Dallas +$1.20 over 5.5. New York Rangers -180 under 6. Tampa Bay -1.5 over 6.5. Toronto -150 under 6. New Jersey -135 over 6.5. Buffalo -170 over 6 and a hook. Nashville +1.5 under 6. Vegas -170 under 6 goals. Winnipeg +$1 over 6.5. With my next and final quick pick, I like the LA Kings -165 over 6.5. All right, now we're going to do a couple breakdowns here, but we do have the quick pick recap out of the way. And like I said, once this stream ends, I can hop in the editor and do all the quick picks in the description. I can't do it now because I'm live. But anyway, let's break down the Colts and Vikings, 1 o'clock East. Minnesota's -3, totals 47. And even though the Vikes haven't been stellar on D, They are averaging nearly 26 points a game in their own building offensively. Kirk Cousins is 7th in the league in passing yards, 10th in touchdowns. Of course, Justin Jefferson, he has a league best 1,500 receiving yards and 6 scores. Now, they're facing a Colts team who lost 6 out of their last 7, and they allow 25 points a game in their travels. Now, when it comes to offensive production, no one in the league is scoring fewer points a game on the road than Indy. These guys are averaging just a dozen points a game while traveling. And no real surprise here, guys, the Colts are in the bottom 3 in offensive yards per play on the road. Now, injury-wise, Kenny Moore, he's inactive for Indy. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, Phillips, Bradbury, and Dantzler are questionable. When it comes to the total, oddly enough, I do think this one does have the ability to get over. Minnesota's 5-2 to the over at US Bank Stadium. Meanwhile, Indy saw 3 out of their last 4 get over the line. I'm going to go ahead and lean toward Minnesota -3 over 47. Next matchup, Ravens-Browns, 4:30 p.m. East. Cleveland's -3 at home, totals 38.5. And even though the Ravens are going to work without Lamar Jackson, Tyler Huntley's definitely getting more experience in this league, little by little. And I do think he can be serviceable in this spot. And for those who don't know, the Ravens have actually gotten the W in 6 out of their last 7. And they've got themselves a solid rush defense. The Ravens are allowing only 73 yards a game while traveling. They're also in the top 3 in the league in that category. Patrick Queen, he's leading the charge with 91 tackles along with 4 sacks and a couple of picks. Meanwhile, Marlon Humphrey, he has 3 interceptions out of that secondary and a couple of fumble recoveries. Now, they're facing a Cleveland squad who lost 7 out of their last 10, and they're in the bottom 10 in second quarter scoring. But most problematic has been their defensive play. These guys are currently in the bottom 5 in points allowed per game at home. They're also allowing over 5.5 yards per play in their own stadium. Now, injury-wise, Amari Cooper is questionable with an oblique. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, Zeitler and Moses are questionable. Lamar Jackson is out. When it comes to the weather report, cloudy, dreary, and cold by game time. Looks like 34 degrees and a stiff 13-mile-an-hour wind at kickoff. Now, total-wise, this is another one of those games I do think can get over the number. Cleveland's 5-1 to the over at First Energy Stadium. They're also 8-5 to the over for the entire season. I'm going to lean toward Baltimore +3, keeping that one close, over 38.5. Next ballgame, Dolphins-Bills, 8:15 East. Now, Buffalo's -7, totals 43. And both teams do have some problematic areas that do concern me. Starting off with the Bills, they really haven't been all that great covering the point spread, as you guys know. They failed to cover in 5 out of their last 7. Failures to cover against the likes of Detroit, Green Bay, and the New York Jets twice. Meanwhile, Miami, on the other side, they're on a 2-game skid, and they allowed 56 total points in those losses. Now, when it comes to the number, 5 out of Miami's 7 contests on the road this year did get over the posted number. But on the other side of things, Buffalo has gone a staggering 10-3 to the under for the entire year. Now, weather-wise, probably looking at snow in upstate New York here tonight. 32 degrees. Looks like a 75% chance of snow. That's probably going to increase throughout the day. And I'm thinking we're probably going to get consistent snow throughout the entire contest. Wind should be a factor as well. It's going to be pretty windy up there. Looks like a lake effect snow warning is issued, so could get a lot worse than even what I'm projecting. You guys know how that Buffalo weather is. But anyway, injury-wise, Jordan Phillips is out for Buffalo. Ryan Bates is out as well. Meanwhile, for Miami, Armstead, Bridgewater, Craycraft, and Wilson, they are questionable. Elijah Campbell is out. So, guys, if you want to see whether I'm betting on the money line total or against the point spread in this one, that game is being featured as one of my NFL tier package bets on my website. And I'll include a link for that play in the description section below. And just a reminder, guys, if you do sign up for that NFL tier package here today, you're going to get access to that membership for the next 30 days. And, of course, as an added bonus, you're also going to get You are going to get ass if you sign up for that play. And you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships absolutely free. They'll be included with your purchase. All right, moving on, college football. And like I said here, guys, you can just rewind. I did my quick pick recap at the beginning of the video. Since I'm live here today, I couldn't put any written picks in the description. I'll do that once the stream ends so you guys can be on your day. But as far as right now is concerned, we're going to break down a couple more games here. College football, let's take a look at Cincinnati at Louisville. Looks like that's going to get started here next 15 minutes or so. But anyway, Cincy, Louisville, 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern start time. Louisville's -2, totals 38.5. Now, the Cards did get the W in 5 out of their last 7. They've also played some incredibly tough defense all season long. These guys are allowing only 20 points a game. They have a top 35 passing defense. Now, they're facing a Cincy team who's one of the worst covering teams in the nation. These guys failed to cover in 8 out of their last 10. And they haven't run the ball all too well. So even though this is a pretty short number here, you got to consider the fact that this just isn't a great covering team. And like I said, they haven't run the ball all too well. They're 88th in the country in rushing yards per game. Now, total-wise, Cincy went 6-2 to the under in their last 8. Meanwhile, Louisville saw their last 4 straight stay under the line as well. I'm going to lean toward the Louisville Cardinals, -2, under 38.5. All right, next ball game. Washington State taking on Fresno State, 3:30 p.m. East. Fresno's -4, totals 53. Now, both teams do have some areas that concern me. Fresno is one of the worst rushing teams in the country. Meanwhile, this Washington State secondary is 113th in passing yards allowed. Now, total-wise, Wazzu went 70% to the under in their last 10. But the Bulldogs on the other side, they saw 5 out of their last 7 get over the number themselves. So when it comes to selecting a winner in this one, this game is being featured as one of my college football tier package bets on my website. So once again, if you want to see whether I'm betting on the money line total or against the point spread in that one, there's only one way to find out. That's to sign up for my college football tier package bets on my website. And once again, if you sign up for that membership, you're going to get access to that package for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships absolutely free. All right, moving on. SMU, BYU, 7:30 p.m. East. SMU's -3.5, total 65. The Cowboys. What? Did I just say Cowboys? The Mustangs. They've been explosive all season long offensively. They're averaging over 38 points per contest, and they have a top 10 passing offense. And, of course, that's thanks to Tanner Mordecai, who's thrown for over 3,300 yards along with 31 touchdowns. Now, they're facing a BYU team who's been terrible against the number down the home stretch here. These guys have failed to cover in 8 out of their last 10. And their defense is 93rd in total yards allowed. No real surprise here, guys. The Cougs are allowing 30 points per contest. When it comes to the total, BYU did see unders against the likes of East Carolina, Liberty, and Notre Dame. Meanwhile, SMU saw 2 out of their last 3 stay under the total themselves. I'm going to lean toward SMU -3, under 65. And with that, we're going to cover one NBA game here. I'm talking about the Wizards at the Clippers, 4 o'clock East. The Clippers are -6.5, totals 221 and a hook. Now, the Clippers covered in 4 out of their last 5 ball games, and they play some incredibly tough defense. They're in the top 3 in fewest points allowed at home. They're also limiting their competition to just 31% shooting from 3 land in their own building. Now, scoring-wise, Kawhi Leonard, he's shooting over 44% from the field. He's averaging 13 points a night. Of course, I'm looking for that particular stat to increase by the end of the year. Now, they're facing a Washington team who lost their last 8 straight, and they covered the point spread only once during that stretch. They also may have to go to work without Bradley Beal and Kristaps Porzingis. Both players are questionable. Now, total-wise, Washington saw unders against the likes of Brooklyn, Indiana, and Chicago. Meanwhile, the Clips saw their last 3 straight stay under the line. I'm going to lean toward the LA Clippers, -6.5, under 221 and a hook. With that, guys, let's go ahead and dive into our quick pick recap. So just so I can end the stream and put all those quick picks in the description so you guys don't have to listen to me and actually watch the video. All right, NFL, Minnesota -3 over 47. Baltimore +3 over 38.5. I have no free pick available in the Miami-Buffalo game. That's being featured as one of my NFL tier package bets. I like Louisville -2 under 38.5 in college football. Oregon State -8 under 53. No free pick available for the Washington State-Fresno State game. No free pick available for the Rice-Southern Miss game. I like SMU -3.5 under 65. Boise State -10 under 59.5. All right, for our NBA quick picks, give me the Clippers -6.5 under 221 and a hook. San Antonio +8 over 222.5. Cleveland -4 under 216. Oklahoma City +9 over 232.5. Portland -4 under 227. Milwaukee -5 under 230. New Orleans +4 over 227.5. And with that, we're going to dive into some NHL quick picks. Yeah, believe it or not, NHL, they're playing today. Pretty big slate as well. Boston -1.5 over 6 and a hook. Detroit +$1 under 6. Edmonton -1.5 over 6 and a hook. Dallas +120 over 5.5. New York Rangers -180 under 6. Tampa Bay -1.5 over 6.5 goals. Toronto -150 under 6. New Jersey -135 over 6.5. Buffalo -170 over 6.5 goals. Nashville +1.5 under 6. Vegas -170 under 6 goals. Winnipeg +$1 over 6.5. And with my next and final free pick, give me LA Kings -165 over 6.5. And with that, guys, that's going to do it for me. I'm going to try to end this stream here real quick so I can get all those quick picks in the comments section and in the description section so you don't have to listen to me or actually watch the video or obtain any sort of valuable information. But anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. If you did tune in, really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Always good to connect with you guys on a daily basis, even if we're not in our traditional spot, wearing our polo in front of the big screen. But hey, Sam, Obi, good to see you in the comments section. But anyway, guys, happy Saturday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage. End the stream. End it.